After watching the last episode about Liangbao Yuze, you might be reminded of the Shuemagel Glacier ruins we saw before, and also Guangaishan on the Jiangdi Highway. They are very similar in landform, shape, and color. You can't help but wonder, how were these knife-like peaks formed? That's a very good question. These magnificent peaks, often described as otherworldly, were formed through an extremely long and complex geological process. In 6 words, it can be summed up as mountain building, carving, and polishing, and the craftsman behind it all is nature itself. Tens of millions of years ago, the Tibetan plateau rose sharply due to the collision of continental plates. The forces within the earth acted like a giant hand, folding and uplifting rock layers that were once at the bottom of the sea, creating a vast primitive plateau, a rough stone block. Glaciers, like master sculptors, spent millions of years using icy blades to carve that massive stone block into an extraordinary landscape of sharp peaks, deep valleys, and cirques. At the end of the glacial period, after the glaciers retreated, running water scoured and eroded the landscape. Repeated cycles of freezing and thawing further polished and refined the exposed rocky peaks, ultimately shaping them into their present form. And this process of transformation never truly stops. As the glaciers moved and then receded, the depressions carved by the glaciers and the moraines deposited at their ends blocked river channels, resulting in the formation of numerous alpine lakes. These are the children you see here. Their real name is moraine lakes. After seeing Liangbao Yuze, you might still be craving more. You would never have guessed that next I'm going to take you to last year's Bao Yuze. The glacial relics where Liangbao Yuze is located are distributed across 2 provinces. To the south, in Aba County, Sichuan, it is called Liangbao Yuze. To the north, within Jiuzhi County in Qinghai Province, it is called Nianbaoyuze. See, even their names sound quite similar. From Liangbao Yuze, continue heading north along National Highway 347. Don't rush yet. When you reach Jiuzhi County, you'll need to switch to National Highway 345 and drive for a while in the direction of the zebra crossing. This stretch isn't very long, just about 40 kilometers, although it mainly features grassland scenery. With the peaks of Nianbaoyuze as the backdrop, the whole area is clearly elevated to a much higher level. Nianbaoyuze is located on an important section at the periphery of the headwaters of the Yellow River, Yangtze River, and Lancang River. To protect the natural ecological environment of the ancient glaciers, this scenic area was permanently closed in April 2018. You can't actually enter, but along National Highway 345, you can always find a spot that brings you close to the peaks. At the very least, I found 2 such places. One is at Hongtu Yaku, which you can find by navigation, where local Tibetans will often greet you proactively. Alternatively, you can ride their horses for 150 yen per person, which allows you to go deeper and get even closer to the lakeshore. Of course, the best way is still to launch a drone and fly about 4 to 5 kilometers. Then, the true face of Nianbaoyuze will be revealed in all its glory. I'm not sure about the name of this lake, but based on my analysis of the map, this should be the Fairy Lake of Nianbaoyuze. This lake is much larger than Jaga Erkuo, which you can see at Liangbao Yuze. Nianbaoyuze's mountain shape is quite similar to Liangbao Yuze, but the difference is that being on the northern slope, its summit still has unmelted snow, which really enhances the visual impact. This greatly increases its appeal for sightseeing. Another place to navigate to is Yak Park. You absolutely have to visit. It has a much richer variety of grassland scenery and elements than anything else you'll see along the way. From here, there's a road that leads directly to Luanshitu Pass, which is very close to the peak of Nianbaoyuze. Although Lianbaoyuze and Nianbaoyuze are actually the same place, that's the thing about viewing mountains. The scenery looks completely different from different angles, and the Nianbaoyuze Massif appears even more massive. It looks even more majestic and grand.